Hello, I'm Glenn Tobey. I'm a Spring Forest Qigong master and a psychotherapist. The theme of my talks have been on health plan for caring fatigue. The specific focus of this talk is on balancing meaninglessness. Now, all of us who do any chores at all, want to find some purpose in what we do and have it have some meaning, that it makes a difference in what we're doing. So I'm currently trying to organize the paper clips in my office so they're all aligned in the right way. Now, if that's the only thing I accomplish, not all day, but my whole life, there's meaning to that for me. Make sure my paper clips are in the right order. When they don't get in the right order, I begin to feel meaningless. I feel like I have no purpose. I know this is silly. But get into thought about always finding whatever it may do, whether the task is like this, whether the task is like paper clips, right? It's that internal reaction to it that's most important. So the more I feel meaningless in what I do, that I don't seem to be able to make a change, that things just go on as they always are, that I begin to feel a sense of kind of not only meaninglessness, but a little bit of depression and then a little bit of powerlessness. So in life, it gives us pain and suffering. So we can't do much about the pain coming our way, but suffering is really the way the mind interprets the pain. So not all people experience the same pain, experience it in the same degree of suffering. So suffering really is your personal connection to meaningfulness or meaninglessness, attending a purpose to that suffering. Sometimes when I talk with other people, I say, don't take away that person's suffering. It's their way they're trying to figure out life. Help them to figure out their way of meaningfulness in their life, but don't take it away from them. They need it to figure out how powerful they are. So interpretation, suffering, is really an important piece about meaninglessness. So sometimes there's two ways in which the brain interprets things. One way it analyzes, it judges it, it evaluates it. It's got all these punctuation marks, it's got percentages, it's got outcomes, it's got indicators. It's a marvelous way of thinking. But the other way of thinking is like notice and observe. So in the judging and the evaluating and the analyzing, the impact it can have on caring fatigue is phenomenal. Because in those three words, judging and evaluating and analyzing, it really comes at, am I making a difference? Is what I'm doing good? What's going on in my life? But when you notice and observe, it really is you're participating in life, in all that you do, almost sometimes to the best that you can do. So if I asked you to take a walk in the woods or walk on the city street, I say, when you come back, and what did you see? What was your sense of those two or one journey? Oh, I saw this broken window. I saw this. See, that's evaluating, judging, analyzing. It pulls you into that kind of thing. Your brain attaches to those things. But if someone says, no, I just notice kind of everything. I notice all these things almost as equally. The broken glass, this happening and the flower coming up. They were all kind of like a part of my walk. I was just feeling alive to everything that was there. I wasn't trying to pinpoint or analyze no. So finding that meaning, by noticing and observing, feeling alive is important. Now, where does meaningless get its fuel from? So if we're all robots acting mechanically, where does that, function of meaninglessness, get its fuel from? It takes away your joy. Yeah, so it drains your joy. Now, joy is what? Happiness for no reason at all. Now, to be happy, you kind of have to do something, and I feel happy because I've done it. Joy is just experiencing life. I feel alive, no matter what I do. I walk in the streets, I see the broken glass, I see this, I see that. Oh, no, I just notice, I feel it's all a part of life. I'm doing the best I can without evaluating me, searching for meaninglessness, or necessarily searching for meaningfulness. I feel alive in what I do. I feel alive in what I do. So the antidote for this, because it attacks your heart energy, the meaninglessness, that fuel, takes, impact on your heart energy, where the feeling alive really is a savings account. So the more you can notice, observe what you're doing, continue to do kind of what you're doing, a little bit of evaluation, a little bit of analysis, it's going to take away some joy, But the more joy you practice, then the more your savings account. When you do need to analyze what you're doing, it doesn't deplete you into that caring fatigue. Thank you for listening.